Thing. Let's get now into the game. Naos on the defense, NACAGUE on the offense.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Naos on the defense here. NACAGUE on the attack, as he did say. They're trying to split this mid site. Now, star prep, which is a big thing because this will allow Papichulo to have a bit more firepower, but it is a bit too deep for him to initially kind of see, and so they're going to have to kind of play off of the information, off of the sound instead. Smartly by Papichulo, he gives up that connector. He knows at the end of the day, all you really have to hold is that kind of water underpass, and they can give up the actual links and play for the site instead.
Yeah, well, you want to talk about water, let's look at Walk on Waters as he moves towards the link itself, ready to just explode towards that B site perhaps, but the spike actually moving towards A instead in the clutches of Yanagi and mid matters. Quick little flash thrown over main. Wits not gonna get any intel out of that, so NACAGUE, do they use that as a chance to actually get in there? No. They back on the way instead, and it seems like they really want to go for that B site here.
Luckily, they just placed a star, like literally a few seconds ago here towards that B link. Right on time, because that's what they were needing to try and make this hold a bit better. They have that Nova Pulse, or the Gravity Well, if in case the hit does come. There's that stun, exactly. It gets him, but the Snake Bite is out of range.
Yeah, a bit of wars on those stars, and here we have it now. Ja with a takedown onto a Batman. Yanagi don't makes a trade happen, and NACAGUE trying to make the burst work, but Mojers here stabilized towards Halls until Mid Matters gets that takedown. 2v2 though after everything's said and done. The flash is perfect, and the Gravity Well keeping Mid Matters at bay. Wits though looks from up above. He has the high ground now, and he will get those takedowns.
Yeah, big hold here coming in from Naos, and especially their Mojer. They slotted him back onto that kind of sentinel role, which we've kind of been seeing him do more often on this second split, but now that it's Ja back at the forefront, he gets to decide where and when he takes that fight. Almost got the second off the follow-up there in Yanagi, but just the way that Naos are always aware of what they have to do and when to do them. Like I remember when just that moment there and towards B link, and they place a star right on time for the hit to come. That's what sets his team apart, really.
Yeah, just Naos again, they were ready for whatever NACAGUE wanted to throw at them, and personally I felt like small missed opportunity for NACAGUE to actually go for that A site instead, but they didn't have the intel anyway. NACAGUE now looking to go for that middle control here. Papichulo though beginning off the round with a bit of a skirmish towards Mid Matters. Main now, implied presence, but Wits, he's staying here by art. Usually you can only make this box work once. You mentioned it though here, Black and Blue. They pinged it, and does Wits get away with this? Senior Carl trying to be the distraction, and from that point on, Wits is there to get the takedowns. Surprise, surprise, he's your birthday gift. It's Wits with the 2K.
But the big thing is that the fact that Naos placed their own star on that box kind of faked out NACAGUE to thinking it should be clear, because why would he place a star there and also have somebody there? Well, the answer is so he can back off. They would expect a Gravity Well, but in this case, just using it as a faux pas. Mid Mathers gets the one, but ultimately this round is done. There's no way they can fight back with this. A Batman with a Sheriff. Maybe if he can hit some stellar shots, but Naos here really playing off of their double controller well.
Hey, I didn't know you spoke French there. Ooh la la. But, well, a Batman still has to deal with Wits, and the push comes to shove as Wits and Senior Carl want to make this happen. A little bit of a last stand done by a Batman, but the coup de grace eventually hit by Ja, and now it's Naos with a 2-0. C'est la vie. We go to the next one.
I mean, I can say other words. Song.
Give me more.
Yeah.
Come on! You said it's not the red. Yes, there you go. You gotta say the second bread. The Eiffel Tower. I don't know if that's how you say it. What?
Walk on
omelette, dude. Walk on water. Bro, just come on. Omelette du fromage. The classic, huh?
I see you are well read, sir.
Bro, we can be the French broadcast now. Hit us
At
up,
this
EMEA. 100%. Anyway, though, back to business. Now it's on the bonus. They have a few Bulldogs to work with, yes, but
want to hear
really,
my Italian?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I'd rather not hear about your. I'd rather not hear about your pasta list today of all days.
What do you mean?
It's a rifle round, though.
I'd rather be a Super Mario impression, but
okay, it's a you. It's a me.
It's a
Jones
me.
here. He has to hold this though. This is
Yeah.
a very, very committed push from Naos, but
They're helping.
Wits will leave. Apachul will get the takedown. Yanagi, though, desperate to look for the taps. Mid-batters is there to make it all work. And, well, here by the resto, NACAGUE set up an order. Get their deliveries going. And Senior Carl
Oh, timing.
slowly getting back into safety.
Oh,
Does he get spotted?
He makes it. He makes it.
Oh, he made sound, though. He made the bit of noise and Black and Blue. And, oh, no.
He gave himself away a bit too close on the angle. NACAGUE cleaning up house here. Nicely done, actually, by NACAGUE to not let Naos go unchecked in these type of rounds where they could potentially just snowball them on eco.
Yeah, unchecked or in this case really just punished so many times by SR NACAGUE. One thing I also noticed there was the fact that NACAGUE always has an extra bit of a player in reserve. They've been protecting each other ever since round number 1. You saw it, Yanagi wasn't the only one who had to re-peek towards main. It was also mid-matters. In case in point, they work as a team, and as a unit, they get that round.
Well, certainly a round that they have to win in that case against the bonus here of Naos. Damage done by Naos, but nothing really to write home about just yet. NACAGUE here who need to continue this streak up. They got the Seeker.
Yeah, Seeker's available indeed. And well, we got Naos Esports here, ready yet again to go for the battles. Honestly, I've just been looking at a few things here and there. We have been announced already that we're going to Conquest, man. We're gonna have a LAN for the finals, and
Yeah.
I do wonder which of these teams will actually make it. Unfortunately for SR NACAGUE, we won't be seeing them into the playoffs as they cannot make it in terms of the standings. But of course, a good round there can lead to a better fight. Mid matters, dealing with the Trailblazer. Does he get peeked there by Mojer? Wit's also there for accompaniment. And eventually, 2's a crowd, 3's just way too many. So Mojer cuts one down and gets that takedown.
Nicely done here. Coming in from Naos. They drop the only smokes that NACAGUE's got, but jumps under retaliation. Seekers will keep him at least some sort of fighting capacity, which allows him to back off. They smoke off at main, and now NACAGUE put in a difficult situation.
Yeah, NACAGUE, they're a bit stuck, especially with the smokes. Little flash node thrown over. Null command also called from Yanagi. Suppression so important to give them the confidence to make their way towards the side. But Mojer, does he have any kind of fear here? Looking fearless now as he holds over the back of sight. Jumps over to find onto Wit. Timing is everything. Mojer looking for perfection. And now he's gonna get them all, basically. A quad, an ace. All of that just second nature to the man named Mojer. What a round from Mojer, and what a round for Naos even. Oh, that was just incredible. Waiting for the timing, waiting for the moment to pounce, and he just saw that small little opening, getting through the cracks there. And Naos, I can't believe that that worked for Mojer. He just tucked himself away over here by the archway by Flower at the exit towards the site itself, and that was all he needed to get those takedowns.
Dude, it doesn't matter if you put him on the duelist. Doesn't matter if you put him on the back line. This man is just such a nuisance to any team that comes up against him. So Mojer, that gains him the lockdown here early in the half.
And isn't that the case for Naos? There's just so much talent on this roster. We can literally said the same thing about Ja a while ago. And with the roles reversed, it's still the same kind of precedent. So Naos now with a firm advantage over NACAGUE. A hero rifle in the clutches here of mid matters. Mojer and Wits do the dirty there and get the takedown. Few down already as they vied for mid and get the hell out of there. No overcommitment here from Naos. A big sense of respect and responsibility still. But they get away with bloody murder and no one could catch them in the act.
Ended.
Even another one. Naos just continuing on with the streak of kills. NCG can't even make a play whatsoever as they now have the spike in their hands. Just a bit of damage. That's what they're looking for here between Jumps and the Batman. Moving now towards Art. It's even worse for Ware though, because not only is Wits waiting by Link, but also you can see that the setup of Mojer is activated and online. A Batman, Jumps, trying to at the very least make their way through.
30 seconds
Wits still
left.
here. Just listening in for that audio cue. The Nano Swarm is popped, but Joms pops the head of Wits in response. A bit of a reprieve here for NACAGUE, as 20 seconds are left on the timer. Papichulo trying to stay on site though, anchoring it down. Perhaps the peek here from a Batman can get some value. No, they're running out of time in black and blue, and Papichulo looks to end it alongside Ja. It's Naos again with the round.
Clean here coming from Naos. I mean, it kind of is light buy at the best there, coming in from NACAGUE. So I mean, it's not to be unexpected from a team like them, but I think the better part here of Naos is that they're one of those teams that are really, I think, good at making sure these type of eco rounds aren't ones that can constantly be converted against them by even some of the better teams, even a team like Oasis. You know, those are the type of things that really they have to be able to secure those rounds that should be theirs.
Yes, already. Oh man, the dissipate into the destruction of 2. 1-for-2 trade at the very end. But honestly, Black and Blue, you made a very good point, but I stopped listening after you said Naos is a really good team, period, because they are just so damn good at what they do. Now then, the advantage is set yet again as they hold down that B site. Jomso and mid matters trying to find a small little opening. Alarm bot broken alongside the Nano Swarm. Second one though popped, and Mojer will peek it out as soon as that happens. But look at immediately Naos' response. The talk screen is up, and Mojer getting in position towards Halls here.
Yeah, but as soon as it drops, that's when the execute is going to come. They have the Cosmic Divide, so they can use their numbers to its fullest extent at the very least, even if they are lower in the player count. Mojer here holding on towards that back hall. As long as he can keep himself alive here, this should be a pretty successful hold.
Yeah, Mojer holding. Dark is there though, and here we go again. The flash perhaps, but Mojer still gets one. NACAGUE though, even up the odds, make it a 2v2. An incredible take here, courtesy of mid matters. But Wits right now with the wall bangs knew exactly where to spam that box because of the plant, and he does get the takedown. 18 HP left here for, of course, such a wily veteran in mid matters. He's been able to outsmart the competition so many times, but now looking to be on a completely different level. Holding towards the pillar itself, guiding light thrown to check out the link. Maybe just one more angle to check here. Papichulo and Wits searching for their targets. They're so meticulous at this Black and Blue, clearing out all the angles. The spam comes through the toxic screen. Now Wits knows where to go. Papichulo still on the defuse, and with the takedown there, it's confirmed. Naos with the round.
You say a wily veteran, I say a Riley veteran.
Oh, haha.
Liberté. Can't believe John gets 2 here. Top of the dash, pulling out his weapon, and it seemed like they just they thought he would have backdashed into behind the pillar. They kind of got caught on the side of it and still shot his way into a plus positive. NACAGUE here struggling, weren't able to use their Cosmic Divide. Surprisingly, I thought they would have once it came down to the 2v2 to allow that safe plant to happen, because you see there, if the Cosmic Divide was up, then they wouldn't have been able to spam him on the plant.
Yeah, it does seem like here now it's just the right tools at the right time, especially, and here we go again with Mr. Low-Key Riley. He's actually equalized the number of kills with Mojer here. And well, Naos want to get rid of their competition very early on with their commanding scoreline as of now. Aldron though to lead the charge through connector, walk on water. He has the blades. Despite that, it's all NACAGUE can really rely on, an eco state here for the offense.
Water, walk on. You must.
Yeah. Right, you sound like Yoda, but you talk like Grogu. And well, there you go.
It's funny how Grogu has a deeper voice than Yoda when you think of it.
Kinda. Yeah, well, if you need a Mandalorian, maybe just give a helmet to it, because he's always that reliable. Walk on water here though. Yet again, the blades are at the ready. Link being controlled here by NACAGUE, but this burst, it's already being watched out for by Naos. Wits the only one on the side though, and over at the back, Wits gets the first. Does he find a second? Not gonna happen. Mid Madness is there for the takedown. Mojer yet again, ready to come into full bloom. Perfect chance now to lay a bed of roses here versus NACAGUE. The turret says hello, and while Mid Madness is in a bit of a standout, you know that it's just Ja coming your way to get that takedown.
Ja taking him down at the end, and Naos once more. Another eco round stifled. NACAGUE, you know, in those moments that Naos, they are more than willing to give up that controller, rather that connector control, Because the eco, that's where the eco can really kind of mess you up, right? You try and fight those close angles. We see a lot of times teams who hold that against an eco by... sometimes they do lose a lot of times, and if Naos are able to kind of at least even avoid that from happening, then they can get those more secure rounds when the executors come on the site itself.
Yeah, you're asking for more secure rounds. It's already a 6-1 standing, but you can see here, SR NACAGUE still cannot find the openings themselves. Lockdown now to utilize for the round though. And beginning here towards A main. Forces Naos to actually back on away. First Flowers in the backside. Seekers of this wave. The null command don't gonna be the answer. And look at this. NACAGUE right now. They're using so much just to make their sites take available. But on the flank, Mojo with the find. And Naos already with the advantage.
That's good timing too as well to drop that snake bite right before the... Oh my goodness, Mojo on the swing to trade. Wakamura, he needed that aggression. The Nova Pulse connects. A Batman is screwed. He's dead. They know where Johns is. Here towards that A main, completely blind with a guiding light. Shows him the way. And now it's a 7th round on the retaliation. The way that they're able to time when they go for that flank watch and when they go for the peak here just is so dismantling of NACAGUE's post-plant hold.
Yeah, is that good enough for you now?
Yeah.
Just the timing with the Seekers, you mentioned it, and you could see that NACAGUE was so desperate to make their way towards the site. They used so many ultimates just to get a little bit of space. You'd think the lockdown would be enough, but immediately Naos contesting with the Sky ultimate, as you mentioned, contesting with the positions from Flower, and it forced Yanagi as well as Mid Matters to even add more so to that equation. Still was enough, and well, Naos here. Firm control, jaw on top of things over to his B site.
Poppy Chulo threw that snake bite as well there in A main with a Toxic Cloud, like literally a half second before the null command came online. Jaw, of course he's gonna fight that, and of course he's gonna win, but only for the one. Good shutdown here by Mid Matters.
Yeah, big chance in your Carlo breaking the knife and at least able to hide his friends for quite a while. Through the smoke now, the cross. Yanagi and the Batman give the advantage back to SR NACAGUE. We're getting a good execute, but Wits has a different statement to say. 2 down to the hand of Wits after the Guiding Light gives him space to work with. But this is it. 1v1 with the greatest ones here on these teams. Poppy Chulo versus a Batman on site, waiting for Poppy Chulo to come his way. They're waiting for those audio cues though. At Batman, fakes it already. Poppy Chulo staying his ground. He's coming in though from the tunnel onto the CT side, and Poppy Chulo ducks, weaves, and are able to just get in position to get that takedown.
As we know, Dax, the biggest weakness to Batman is his dad, and Poppy Chulo delivers. Showing him how it's done. Thomas shows Bruce the way.
Oh no, I can't do it. Dude, you're worse than Flashpoint. You can't do this here. Oh. Well, apparently B-site, you can just rename it Crime Alley after everything is said and done. And in a snap, Naos now in an 8-1 standing. Can't do Batman dirty like that, man. He's gone through a lot of
himself to Joe Chill. He got that clutch, but I mean, a Batman also clutch master in his own right, just outdone there by Poppy Chulo in the end. You got a Guardian at the best to fight with here, but what can they do really with it?
You know, not gonna lie, I thought about it a little bit, but I was like, I kind of don't want to say that about this. And then you just throw along and decide to do it too. This is why you're here, brother. But walk on water. He's here for a reason too, to lead that charge. A good pick onto Senior Carl. Opens up a few avenues here for SR NACAGUE, at least through the middle. But the sights are still the problem, and the Viper Spit on main is a big, big way to dissuade them.
Well, luckily here for Naos, they got the double controller going on, so they lose Astra on Senior Carl, but they still got Poppy Chulo. You know, both controllers have been having a quiet game. Quiet series, really, so far. But the fact that Mojo and Ja both have that peak, look at all that pain coming in from these Nano Swarms. That's good damage done, but Yanagi still follows up in the kill.
You don't need to make the sound effects, man. We have audio today, but Ja here, you can hear his voice be heard yet again. Jumps goes down, 3v4, and Wits, of course, with the takedown too, with little flash to just keep the pressure going, and the rest has been history. Naos now with another round, perhaps, unless Mid Matters can do anything from that position. The gravity well into play. Here comes the rage run, and Mid actually gets the takedown. Have I spoken too soon? Mid Matters, indeed, with the kills. but because of it, the clutch comes here. NACAGUE on the board, silencing all of the opposition.
I mean, we've come accustomed to Mid Mathers doing that in the past, especially here on Pearl. Let's not forget, this is one of his best maps personally. What a response coming from Mid Mathers himself off of the eco of all things as well. They only had the Guardian and Stinger, a bunch of Sheriffs coming into that round. The retake was so good, so clean after giving up the initial picks there. You see Jaw taking that corner, them flushing out the back halls, but just Mid Mathers, as they were low HP, gets a surprise on Wits, body shot to the stomach of Papi Chulo, and at the end, secures a round.
Yeah, just again, those fanciful lurks from Mid Mathers has just been his claim to fame on this map. I never noticed him until he's got in position, but now we notice he's dead so early on with the job, bringing the pain towards mid. Walk on Water fights back from top mid itself, but the Seekers now give all that intel to Naos. So it's 2v3 after everything is said and done. The numbers align. It's Naos with advantage and even more know-how on where the NACAGUE are stationed.
Yeah, they're keeping tabs on them, making sure they don't kind of get out of their perception here. Always know where this squad is coming. They play back. They know at this point there's only two options. They go here towards that art, and it confirms them that guiding light even more so. Perfect. You can see here Wits making sure he has an eye on all things happening.
He's been on an early alert system so many times that his utility just gets the right check at the right time. And here we go yet again. Strong positions here from Naos, but they're relatively isolated, so if NACAGUE can the double up, there's the chance. Wits though, removing Walk on Water already. 3 down, courtesy of Wits. Jump's the only one left here on site. Waiting for the timing. A quick little fake flash using the classic, and now Drums, he's forced to fight, and he's forced to die thanks to Papi Chulo's snake bite. 9-2, and now set it up to knock it down.
Last round in the half.
Difficult position for NACAGUE to be in there. Couldn't find an opportunity to maybe use his recon bolt as they were making their way towards the site. Right idea to try and push for Flower, go for something deeper, but in the end of things, just Wits doing so much work here towards mid. The Seekers confirms they're both towards top. You can see him kind of checking towards that shop if in case someone was with Mid Mathers, but the Seekers confirms a double top mid, and then the dog as he pulls back to Art, and then the flash on the Art. Always making sure, as he said, Dax, they had an early alarm system. They knew it was coming.
Yeah, just bells ringing and a little bit of a ding-a-ling courtesy of Wits. Last round though of the first half, and it's a similar scenario from what we saw on Lotus. Just some incredible efforts from NACAGUE to even get on the board. The rest though has just been hit the batter, standardized by now to get these rounds going. Jaw with 2 before he falls. Mojer's there already with the trade. Immediate action courtesy of Naos. Oh no, Yanagi. You lived such a full life, but now you will die to the hand of Mojer. Mid though still fighting. It's 3v2 as the cosmic divides do crisscross one another. One dissipates, the other still standing, courtesy of Naos. Does NACAGUE dare cross this as we get the Nebula set on up? Corner being taken here by Mid Mathers. One more time, Wits here with the alarm. The guy in the light gives the intel, and the positions from Naos, they're so sound here.
You see their Wits as well playing close when the star was placed. He knows that Mid Mathers loves to push within that smoke of his, and Papi Chulo secures it on the Batman once more. 10-2, and Naos an even more decisive half than what we got from Lotus.
You know, what have we just watched here from Naos Esports? They dropped the ball a little early on, sure, but they recovered from that fumble so quickly. I've effectively cast the curse in the second round that SI NACAGUE got. It was an incredible effort from Mid Mathers, but the rest of this story has been written by Naos. Yet again, Wits now taking top frag honors. He's having such an incredible day. Mojer getting that amazing ace. Jaw just so reliable at throwing for his blood. What's not to love with what Naos is doing so correctly?
10-2 here. What aren't they doing correctly, right? It's just everything going the right way here. In tune with the Force, and at some point NACAGUE might be forced to force by here if they don't take these next few rounds. That they absolutely have to take this pistol round. This goes against them. I'm not too hopeful for NACAGE's chances if they don't take this opening pistol. The B site is where Naos want to go, and there's nobody to stop them.
Yeah, Naos on site getting the plant going. SI NACAGUE Over by Link immediately. Inakino searching for a target on the pistol. Really a big chance for NACAGUE to at least get a bit momentum to rally for the comeback. That first kill helping them out in the pinch. They are also going for the long rotate to get control of main even. 3 forces from the pillar. Seems like NACAGUE tried to go for the wraparound. Witz gets one. Mid Matters answers back with his own. And on site now, it's Walk on Water. The rest of NACAGUE trying to clear out every single angle. Jado trying to line things up. Smoke dissipates, and he gets the right target at the right time. Smart play here from Ja. Has the high ground, but lightning strikes to take him down. No forces of nature needed. It's all jumps there to get that kill. And the pistol goes NACAGUE's way.
Hits him with a force lightning at the end there. Good shock dart here coming from Joms. Smart by Ja to kind of wait for the smoke to dissipate, not giving up his position. He knows with a cloudburst, you can only ever secure a half defuse with 1 cloudburst, and as soon as that expires, 3 kills and denies an immediate plant. And maybe if they had a bit more left up, they could have continued that. But good opening round here from NACAGUE, and it really kind of started with that flank catch coming from Yanagi on the Mojer.
Yeah, we find this here. NACAGUE, they do put a lot more forces on that flank especially. And while Mojer has been incredible in this game, we've seen Ja to be a bit more reliable in those, I'd say, 1v2 scenarios that happen a little bit often. So perhaps that's one small opening SR NACAGUE can take right now because of that small little roll shift. Here we go yet again, though. Mid Matters on top of things, playing from heaven. Ja already very low on the HP. But now still get the plant, so at least they have some space to work with.
I'm surprised they don't smoke that heaven, knowing that they're on the eco and they're gonna have, you know, the weaker weapons. They want to fight up close, and because now they planted for long, Drat can have that opportunity. Unless these sheriffs can do some work. Although they only got the one in Papi Chulo. Snake bites, some post-land utility, but nothing necessary to write home about.
Yeah, play from afar, and here comes Witz playing up close. 2 with the frenzy! Walk on Water though with the defuse, but Senior Carl still gets takedown. Mojer on the board, and the pistols! They're enough here for Naos to get these takedowns. Mid Matters, can he do the impossible yet again? Has a Phantom in hand though, in a 1v3 scenario.
Save.
But he has to get the hell out of there. Goes for the save. Naos just steals it from NACAGUE.
No way they actually make that work. Witz up close, huge round. As you said, Dax, you know, he loves to not only call the shots, but set an example by how he plays. Playing up close there. Guys, bait me, I got this. I'm gonna be that frenzy up close, and the headshots connecting here off the swing, coming in. I'd have liked for perhaps, you know, on that fight there, NACAGUE fight with a bit more utility. But you know that even though they might be in the pistols, if you peek them 1 by 1 like that, you're gonna be facing the most deadly firing squad. No matter what weapons you put in their hands, they're proficient in it. And now, what a round to win on a long plant of all things on an eco.
Absolutely, and with a round like that, that's already a foot in the grave here for SR NACAGUE. They're still breathing though. There's still a bit of fight, especially that they have a rifle to work it from that save call, but they have to effectively do what Naos did in the last round. Here we go though with a more, I'd say, confident execute from Naos. They get on site, they get hulls, and we even hear it, the Seekers into play.
Yeah, no plant just yet. Finally does come. Maybe it should have been earlier, but NACAGUE, I think they had some utility on the site to keep him at bay, or at least dissuade him initially. Alarm bot alerts him to at least 2 coming in. Will they know of the 3rd? Papi Chulo on that task to make sure the flank is going to be kept, and this NACAGUE difficult to fight back. Mid Mathers, he stays alive with the Phantom.
Yeah, here we go again though. Long angle, different sides for both Naos and NACAGUE. But we've seen Naos do this with the pistols. Can they do so with the rifles with an easier access to do it with? Yes, indeed. Senior Carl with that takedown. And not just match not just series point, but for perfection in the regular season. This is it for Naos Esports.
They actually had some stars there as well for that retake to place it down to maybe cut these sidelines up. But you said it, Dax. They could go perfect in the group stages. Something we rarely see here in the VCTPH. I'm trying to recall. I think possibly Team Secret is able to do it during that year 1, if I may not be mistaken. But that's the only team so far. Oasis were almost close to doing that as well last stage, but didn't come during the regular season. And now us 1 away from perfection. That is such a, I think, inspiring team for these teams who are starting out especially. But let's see how this hit comes.
Yeah, We'll
Oh,
see if
oh,
Naos can do
God.
it here. And Jaw! No!
The lava's
Well,
walk.
walk on
The floor is
walk
lava.
on water. You can't walk on lava there, good sir. And now the poison comes, and Sonya Carl gets to take out those jumps. With on the board, 2 Bojers there one more time. And now it's now with the plant with the advantage, and
Shit.
even the takedowns. The only one left. Walk on water. Can he provide us a miracle here? It's a 1v3 slate, playing towards secret, but beyond that,